Hi everyone, in this video I'll talk about Petzval Cinor 40mm f1.5 lens and Seimar Super Fisheye lens adapter. Recently I was looking for inspiration for my short films and got inspired by the cinematography created with the Petzval lenses. They create this very interesting looking swirl which is even more exaggerated than with the Helios 58mm, excellent for dream sequences or high-end psychological tension scenes. The history of the Petzval lenses goes actually back to the 19th century, when in 1840 Joseph Petzval created the first mathematically calculated portrait lens, which was very fast for its time. The Cinor line by Som Berthiot was mostly built for motion pictures and for 16mm or projection systems. It looks very old and vintage, and it's very different from other lenses. As you can see, it's just a tube. There's no aperture ring nor focusing ring, so I only have this part. And in order to be able to use it, I need a helicoid adapter, which I also bought. And that way I can connect it to my AM42 to L-mount adapter and connect it to my Lumix. So if you want to know from which era your lens is from, you can check the serial number. They have letters, and for example I have an N here, and it means it's from the 1960s. In the 1960s, shiny chrome went out of style because it reflected too much light, so they started producing zebra style black and silver or only solid black lenses. There were made two distinct versions, the cinema version and the projection version. The cinema version has an aperture ring and the C or bayonet mount, and the projection version is the one I got. You can only shoot wide open. It was widely produced, and in terms of image quality they're quite the same. The projection version is actually known to be even better for the vintage look. When I tested the lens for the first time, I was only able to film from very close up. After removing the rear part, I could film a bit further away, but it is still too close. With the current setup, this lens only works for extreme close-ups. I should test it sometime with a shorter adapter to reduce the distance between the sensor and the lens and see if it fixes the issue. The current look is very interesting, looks a bit like a spiderweb book. To complement this Petzval Vortex look with something more modern, I was thinking of buying a fisheye lens, but actually went for this fisheye lens adapter as a more economic option, so I could use it with my current prime lenses. In the 70s and 80s, the Japanese manufacturers created this fisheye lens adapter as a more economic option to the fisheye lens I used during that era, and there was a high demand for this type of videos, and it was quite popular in the 80s and 90s when they used these lenses for hip-hop videos and skateboarding videos. When you screw it onto a prime lens, you get a different focal length. For example, if you screw it onto a 50mm lens, it reduces the focal length down to 21mm. And with a 29mm lens, it will create a 12mm look. And with 21mm on the 9mm. The unit features a two-piece design. The main front glass piece is the fisheye element. The rear piece features a built-in macro filter element. You can unscrew the front fisheye, leaving just the macro element. It can create a full circular fisheye look or a diagonal fisheye look, depending on which lens or mode you're using. For example, with the 50mm lens, it looks as diagonal fisheye, but with 29mm, it preserves some of that circular fisheye look. When you shoot into bright light with the Seimar, it creates a specific optical anomaly known as internal ghosting echo. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.